Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back. The SEC predictions. Yes, I am super excited to get into today's video. As you guys can see, I got the Cam Coleman jersey on. I got the Auburn hat on. We're ready to rock for the 2025 college football season. Tomorrow night, the Auburn Tigers take on the Baylor Bears in Waco, Texas, and it's going to be an absolute banger of a game. So, we're going to predict that. We're going to predict the entirety of the SEC slate this weekend. So, hit that sub button and leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Again, sorry for not posting this week. Yesterday, you guys should have gotten, of course, our ACC and Big 12 predictions. Earlier today, this will be the final video of the day. You should have gotten Alabama high school predictions for week 2, and of course, our Big 10 predictions along with our SEC predictions. Tomorrow, 3 videos for you guys. We're going to talk a little Auburn football before the season gets underway. We're going to play our, of course, Road to Glory, and we will also play our Vanderbilt Dynasty to get into that college football mode. I am super excited for college football to be back, if you guys cannot tell. SEC prediction season. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically get you subscribed to all of the latest videos. And without further ado, let's hop into our predictions for week 1 of the SEC in 2025. Alright, so kicking us off on Thursday, only one SEC team in play on Thursday night, and we got Central Arkansas going into Missouri. Give me Missouri here. I know they lost Brady Cook and Luther Burden, their top 2 players on that offensive side of the ball in the 2024 season, but they are going to be still really good in this conference. I don't think they'll be as good as they were last year. I still think they're going to be competitive in some of these games, but give me Missouri as they will, of course, get the dub at home against Central Arkansas. Again, Central Arkansas is one of those teams, man, where they're playing a small school. Missouri's probably going to win. So, again, give me the Missouri Tigers to open up the SEC 2025 season in style with a 1-0 victory. Now, the big one, Auburn going into Baylor. This game has been talked about for months by everybody, A, and on 3, B, the Auburn Insiders, and of course on local radio. Everyone is talking about this game as the game that Hugh Freeze needs to win in order for the Auburn Tigers to have a successful season. I think that this game is hella important for the Auburn Tigers. Number one, because it's the first game of the year, right? You don't want to go 0-1 to start the year on the road. Also, it's a big game. Like I said, on the road in Baylor, Sawyer Robertson, one of the best returning college football quarterbacks in the country, will start for this Baylor team. However, the defense on the Auburn side of the ball is absolutely loaded. Keldrick Falk, of course, one of them being Malik Blockton on the defensive line as well. You got really good corners and the offense. The offense has been the main talking point of this offseason for the Auburn Tigers. You got Jackson Arnold, of course, a former 5-star recruit out of Texas, coming into his first year as an Auburn Tiger, transfer from Oklahoma, where he did beat Alabama in that year with a terrible offensive line and a terrible receiving core. Speaking of Auburn's receiving core, you have Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton. He's not going to be 100%, don't get me wrong, but he's still going to be a threat out there. Malcolm Simmons has been cleared to play, of course, and he will suit up. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I guess we'll see here come week 1 and come Friday night. But this Auburn team, man, is absolutely loaded with talent top to bottom. I think they have more talent than this Baylor team. I get it's on the road. I get it's Baylor's first ever SEC opponent in the Big 12. Yes, you heard that correctly. It's a blackout game for Baylor. However, the Auburn Tigers will go into Baylor and kick some Baylor Bear ass. Yes, you heard that correctly on live video. Auburn will start the year out 1-0 on Fox. Now, let us go to another Fox kickoff game. You got Texas going into Ohio State. We saved this one for predictions in the SEC earlier. This game is going to be so much fun, man. I cannot wait to see Arch Manning, of course, versus whoever Ohio State is going to name at their quarterback position. Jeremiah Smith, one of the best returning college football players in 2025, a sophomore wide receiver. He is going to be absolutely elite for the Ohio State Buckeyes, but I think Texas does get the win here. I think that, yes, Arch Manning is overrated. Yes, I said that on live video as well. But I just think that Texas is really good. Ohio State has some questions at that quarterback position. They don't have any questions, though, when it comes to, of course, that wide receiver position group. But I'm going to go with Texas here on the road in the Big Ten to start us off as well and get the W. Syracuse going into Tennessee. Tennessee did lose Nico Iamaleava. Joey Aguilar has been named the starting quarterback for the Vols in Week 1. Give me the Volunteers. Syracuse, one of those ACC teams that I'm just like, I don't know too much about. So I'm going to obviously revert to the SEC team. Give me Tennessee here in this one as they will get the win there. Mississippi State going into Southern Miss. This is going to be a fun one. I actually have Southern Miss beating Mississippi State here in conference play. I will be attending a Mississippi State game later on throughout the year. We'll talk about my schedule for college football when it comes time to do that. This weekend, though, I am staying home and not going anywhere. There's just too many good games on for me to go somewhere. I cannot wait for this weekend's slate of games. However, give me Southern Miss at home against Mississippi State in this matchup. Toledo going into Kentucky. Give me Kentucky. Zach Calzada, the Auburn transfer, has been named the starting quarterback for the Kentucky Wildcats. So I'm going to go with Kentucky here to get out to a 1-0 start as well. Marshall at Georgia, the game I was going to go to if I was going to go to a game just because it's A, a cheap game, and B, it's really not that far a drive from here. I'm going to go with Georgia here at home against Marshall. They're really good, obviously. They do have a sophomore quarterback, though. However, I still think that Gunnar Stockton is going to play lights out in this matchup. Now, the real 2:30 kickoff game, you got Alabama going into Florida State. Thomas Castellanos talking all of this crap on social media at ACC Media Days about the Alabama team. Deontay Lawson responded really well earlier in June about this, and he said all business will be handled accordingly. Now, Alabama did come out today and say that they have lost their, I believe, right tackle or defensive tackle on the defensive line side. They also lost their starting running back as well for the first couple of weeks. So the running back and defensive line groups are kind of iffy. And again, I'm not like saying Florida State's going to win or anything, but Gus Malzahn knows how to beat Alabama. The blueprint was shown last year against Vanderbilt. I think that with Gus Malzahn's experience against Alabama teams in the past, it's going to help them a lot. But I think that Kalen DeBoer and the Alabama Crimson Tide narrowly escape. Again, Ty Simpson getting the start, a new quarterback for the Crimson Tide. Ryan Williams, of course, back for another year with Alabama. They did retain all of their starters, I believe, to not the transfer portal, which is really good for them. So give me Alabama on the road in Florida State, and a good one, though. Florida State, though, they're going to have a chip on their shoulder, man, especially after last season, coming into a new football stadium. Everybody's going to be having fun. The energy's going to be electric, but I'm going to go with Alabama here to get the win and narrowly escape on the road at Florida State. Next game up, we got Alabama A&M and Arkansas. This one's actually very interesting to me because, again, if you guys don't know, I'm from Spanish Fort, Alabama, right? E.J. King, the running back out of Spanish Fort last year, committed to Alabama A&M. He is going to play. And then, of course, Trent Sellers on the defensive side of the ball did commit to Arkansas as well. So a little bit of a reunion, I guess you would say, for a couple Spanish Fort Toros, which is going to be pretty cool to see. However, I'm going to go with Arkansas here. Sam Pittman needs to get off to a hot start if he wants to keep his job. And I think he does, and Arkansas gets the win there. Illinois State, Oklahoma, John Mater been in some trouble with the NCAA lately, legal issues and whatnot. We're not going to get into that full story. But I'm going to go with Oklahoma here at home. The game I thought about going to as well, Long Island at Florida. Give me Florida, DJ Lagway. They are expected to have a breakout year. Eugene Wilson, the freshman wide receiver, has been turning some heads at training camp. And I'm going to go with the Florida Gators to get the dub there. UTSA, Texas A&M, going to be a banger in this one. Give me Texas A&M. And then, of course, Charleston Southern at Vanderbilt. Give me the Vanderbilt Commodores. Georgia State at Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss. And then to round us out here on Sunday night, or afternoon football, in Atlanta, Georgia, we got Virginia Tech going into South Carolina. This game is going to be elite. This is going to be a fun one here. I don't know who I'm going to pick, guys. I really don't. I guess South Carolina, just because, again, it's LaNorris Sellers. It's Shane Beamer. Last year, they were a hot team to end the year. I expect them to pick up right where they left off. So give me the South Carolina Gamecocks to round out the year, or the week, excuse me, for the SEC, as they will get the dub in the Mercedes-Benz kickoff game. Anyway, that is going to do it for SEC Week 1 predictions. They are in the books. Guess we will see where we stand after Week 1. Let me know what you thought of my predictions in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Again, this should be the last video, so I will see you guys in tomorrow's first video, which will be Road to Glory. And then, of course, we will have our Vanderbilt Dynasty for you later tomorrow. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.